see who first. I ain't know this was a race. I ain't know you was a Jace. Okay, just to keep it face to face. Okay, I hear when you get it talking about all the money that I made. Okay, you act like gonna be different if I go up and make a move. Okay, and I spent enough time in the dark, I ain't get that feeling I'ma lose. Okay, but you been moving loose. I don't know why you pull up with your friends, I don't know what's on the truth. She come on ask me why I keep.
This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines.
You could call this a boomerang trip for them. Hitting the road. And just as soon as they've left, they're headed back home again. So hopefully they're well rested and can make the most of these games.
Yeah, it's an easy trip to get up for because you know you'll be back home shortly. As you said, boomerang is the perfect phrase for it. You don't have to worry about setting the tone for a long stretch of games away from your own building.
Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day. What a smart pass from Wembanyama, already adept at scanning the floor and finding open teammates.
Pass to Edwards. Jackson, the screen. Takes the three. Rebounded by Green. And a fast break now for the Hawks. Here's Thomas. Softly drops in the floater.
And, you know, for a big man, I think Green is one of the better dime droppers in the league. I mean, he's a true point forward who has excellent vision and sees the floor well.
First team foul.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Jackson. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility, but I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it, as long as it helps his team get the win. To have a big who's great at the line, such a plus.
And he lobs it up. The rebound by Atlanta.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Now here's Henderson. They get the rebound. Miller outside. Back to Jackson. Tries again. Pascal Siakam with the rebound.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Edwards. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With his length and energy, Wembanyama has the ability to be a game changer.
What you say? Wow. Come on now.
Yeah, he's just explosive. I mean, Scoot gets off the ground in a hurry and puts some emphasis on it, too.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
He takes it in. Denver shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
That's his second personal foul.
And now they lead as the free throw drops in for him.
You have to love how Scoot Henderson plays beyond his size. I mean, using the quickness and agility to get the bet. bigger players. I mean, that's impressive for a young guy to be doing.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. The Hawks making a switch here. And it's Poole with the ball for the Hawks. Trailing by 2. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Michael Malone. We talked about his matchup against the highly touted Victor Wembanyama, and Coach told me Victor's combination of speed and size creates a lot of problems on both ends of the floor, so we've got to play a physical brand of basketball to just keep him out of rhythm. It'll be interesting to see how that affects him, B.A.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Oh, and Mobley with the block.
Do not test Evan Mobley, a top-level shot blocker.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Inside. Here's Siakam. And then Siakam with the jam.
It's just such a long and powerful player. I mean, once Siakam gets inside like this, he's ready to jam.
Fires for 3. Miller can't get it to go. The Hawks trailing. Here's Thomas for 3. Yes! And it's Wembanyama picking up the assist. Thomas has got 5.
Opportunistic basketball. Gets a great look at the 3 in transition.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Miller. It's stolen by Poole. And a fast break now for the Hawks.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Atlanta on the push again. Here they come. Outside Wembanyama. Outside for Grant. Wembanyama screen. And he lobs it up top. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. Here's Miller. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks.
Substitution on the court.
Atlanta leading by 3. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
And here's Grant from the arc. Rebounded by Denver. Left side, Coulibaly. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
And a nice find by Mobley. Keeping his eyes up and his options open.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Pass to Coulibaly. From deep. Drills it from deep. Coulibaly's got his second bucket of the night.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
To the paint. Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim. Makes it look so easy.
Substitution on the court.
.34 seconds left to play in the first. Back to Poole. To the middle. Deflected! The Nuggets trail. To the inside. And slammed it home! And the foul! A chance at another point at the line. It goes on Jeremy Grant.
You know, I just love the intensity from Mobley. Taking the hit and getting his shot to fall.
Here's Poole. Here he goes. And that one is stuffed right through.
just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old.
And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. The Hawks on top, leading by just 2. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Atlanta.
They've made an effort to get out and run, using their speed in transition and scoring before the defense can get set.
One other factor today, points off turnover. I mean, let's see if they can keep up the pressure, capitalize off more forced miscues.
Back to Cunningham. Pass to Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
And you know what? At 6'10", dunking is low stress for Sabonis. Solid at getting himself inside for these throwdowns.
McCain. Here's Black from the arc. Outside Coulibaly. And it's off from three-point range.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
KBA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and the absence of skill deficiencies. Bryant, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Graham.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Mobley, he's open. And again, Denver no good.
With that much room around him, it's hard to imagine he could have gotten a better shot.
To the left side wing. Sabonis, left side. Denver grabs the miss.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
And Mobley throws it down.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And it's Coulibaly missing.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Count it. Now it's a 6-point Atlanta lead.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
And so it's Michael Malone here calling timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. So it's both teams making substitutions here. So it's Denver now. Following this one, they get to host the Bulls. And that game will conclude a 4-game homestand for them. Oh, there's the alley! And stolen by Cunningham. Here's Siakam. That won't fall. He's just 2 of 5 in this one. Nuggets trail by 6. And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Graham.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard. And this kind of play is only going to grow their lead, holding the other guys down on defense and converting on the turnover. Yeah, I like whenever Miller uses his size to his advantage, especially down near the rim.
Down low. Here's Wembanyama. Blocked! And so it looks like it'll be Atlanta's ball. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Here's Sabonis. And Ime Udoka has called timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And you watch Donovan Clingan. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Grant.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
And the Hawks making a change here. And here's Thomas from the arc. Sarr pulls it in. Nuggets trail by 6. Here's Miller. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Miller knows how to finish in these situations. Turned on the Jets in transition.
Pass to Siakam. Back to Cunningham. Here's Siakam. 6 points for him. Just 5 on the clock. And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up.
Nice work that time by Draymond to draw the foul while in the act of shooting there.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
It's the little plays like that that can make all the difference. Not boxing out on free throws is a killer.
Outside Coulibaly. Inside. Miller outside. Atlanta with the rebound. There's a minute 26 left to play in the first half. Back to Green. Back come the Nuggets on the run. Ahead. And stolen by Cunningham. It's a one-on-one situation. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
You have to admire Cunningham's concentration in these spots, refusing to let the defense overwhelm him.
That free throw good from Cunningham. And it's Henderson with the ball for Denver. 9-point game. With the drive. Oh, hey, how about
Big
that?
time right there. Big time.
Woo. An athleticism on display there by Henderson. Just an acrobatic move to finish the play.
Here's Wembanyama. Kicks it out to Siakam. To the middle. Okay, powers it in.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
And it's good. 2 points. Jackson's got 6 points.
That jumper is pure. Jackson with great touch for a big man. Set him up, let him knock him down.
That shot is off. Good D by Mobley.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
And Edwards slams it in.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Here's Henderson. Cunningham with some nice D. And so we wrap up the first half. The Hawks on top, leading by 7. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. The Hawks lead by 7. Pass to Sabonis. Rebounded by Denver.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And a fast break now for the Hawks. And Siakam with the slam.
Nice feed, just like his dad. Sabonis is an excellent passing big man. The passing gene was passed on.
And that one good.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
And Atlanta with possession here. Cunningham looking it over. Siakam outside. Oh, and Mobley with the block. And they recover it. And Siakam with the slam.
Just certain nights, Siakam takes over. He's been aggressive here from the tip.
Kept alive. Henderson, right side. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Henderson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
There's Cunningham showing off that leaping ability. Outstanding finish with the slam.
And so it's Michael Malone here calling timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Here's Edwards. Hits the target from 18 feet. Edwards gotten his second bucket.
A nice start to the third. 3 out of 4 and looking good doing it.
And from what we've seen so far in his career, Anthony Edwards wants to be that guy in crunch time, Clark.
Yeah, I love his mentality. Not only in that he wants to be the guy, but he also wants to elevate his teammates. And he plays the game with an exuberance and a joy and a freshness that is, quite good to see. But I like his attack mentality and his willingness to step into leading his team by example at both ends of the floor.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, Brandon Miller caught some flack when he named Paul George as his GOAT, but PG-13 said, I know what he meant by it. Obviously, I'm not the greatest of all time, but it's about who inspires you. Miller, for his part, knocked backing down and saying, how the league is built now, Paul George is the right person to study for this generation. Brian?
Allie, thanks. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Off the inbound. And Siakam with the slam.
Over time, we have seen Siakam blossom into a star. Someone who's comfortable shouldering the offense.
Edwards on target.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Henderson. Pass to Edwards. To the paint. Here's Mobley. Here's Jackson. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. They'll pin that one on Pascal Siakam.
And the growth of Jackson Jr. is downright scary, especially defensively. This guy has been upping his game, and no opponent is happy about that.
The Hawks lead by 4. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Poole outside. Oh, and Mobley with the block.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Back to Jackson. That's tipped. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Jackson's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, they have finally found their shooting touch after a rough first half.
Here's Poole. Poole work in the interior.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Pass to Jackson. From downtown. And Miller good for 3. Miller's got 7 points.
Love the confidence from this young man. Miller is so quick off the catch.
Poole floating in for the slam. He's electric.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
To the right side. Here's Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
Oh, the guy is a monster around the rim. Now, if Sabonis is in close, he's going right for it.
Pass to Jackson. And there's a 3-second violation.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
The Nuggets making a switch here. The Hawks leading. Here's Poole. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
I mean, if I was out there, I'd probably test anyone for Jackson Jr.
Now here's Edwards. He has 7. Here's McCain. And it's Poole with a rebound. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Atlanta Hawks. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. The kick out to Poole. Back to Sabonis. From down in the low post, it goes. Sabonis has got 4 points this quarter.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Pass to Jackson. To the inside. Here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
And that's what you get from Brandon Miller. I mean, he can really whip passes there around the court.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Hits the three-pointer. Miller's got 13.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And here's Poole. Give him 8 points now. Pass to Sabonis. Green for 3. Unable to get that one. And the game's still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Nuggets ahead, leading by a point. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball. Ball game. Denver in the lead. Henderson scanning the floor to the paint. Here's Sarr off target at the rim. Siakam left side. Pass to Thomas. Baseline jumper. Oh, the bucket's good, and he'll have a chance at one more. That's on Scoot Henderson.
And no lack in concentration. Cunningham going to work.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Atlanta.
These guys have incredible stamina based on how they've been running the floor, using speedy transition play to get fast break points.
They've been pounding any miss on the glass and cashing in on the offensive boards. I've been impressed with that aspect of their game.
Inside, Grant. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Pass to Klingon. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
And playing very well here in the second half. I mean, their shooting percentage is now over 50% from the field.
Yeah, it's not a surprise then to see them out in front the way they've been efficient offensively in this half and actually throughout the entire game.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. making a change here. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened to Ime Udoka's huddle. And Coach challenged the team, asking them to bring the fight inside, telling them to play with pride, telling the team, you're getting bullied near the hoop. Let's see if it works, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Shot is good by Edwards.
And their offense has been much tighter since halftime. Guys are starting to work together, moving the ball around, getting good shots.
Hey, I don't know if it was changing baskets or what, guys, but they clearly look a lot better offensively.
And he commits the intentional foul. And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Getting it done inside. Edwards.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Outside, Green. Pass to Thomas. They need this. And that comes off the assist by Green.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Oh, they get a hand on it. And stolen by Cunningham. To the middle. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, it's Wemby.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
Pass to Jackson. Miller outside. The kick out to Edwards. Launches it. That's off. 5 for 8 from the floor.
They could have used more of those kind of rebounds earlier. It's hurt their cause.
They've been out-hustled. At this point, hard to see them recovering from that.
It's Edwards on the wing. Pass to Black. Three-pointer. And Edwards good for 3. Edwards got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Tell you what, guys, the aggressiveness on defense just hasn't been there this half. Not like it was in the first.
Denver leading by 5. Here's Miller. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Yeah, a sign of things to come, hopefully. I mean, once Miller gets going, he is capable of dominating games.
The competitive fire and clutch ability of Green comes out in these big moments.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Left side, Edwards. There's a minute 54 left to play in the fourth. Edwards is doubled. 4 on the clock. Throws it up high. And Mobley throws it down. That gives him a double-double in this one.
You talk about a catch radius. I don't think you could miss Mobley with that pass if you tried. This is why this team turns to Siakam in big moments. They trust him to come through.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Nuggets.
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
And they've also been in the zone with the mid-range jumper. The defense has given them space, and they haven't hesitated to rise and fire.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. and it's a 7-point game.
He doesn't waste a chance to pad their lead. It's been some solid free throw shooting. Not afraid of taking big shots. Cunningham rises to the occasion and delivers.
Back to Henderson.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. And so he drops them both, and it's a 7-point game. And Atlanta with possession here. Pass to Wembanyama. And here's Siakam. And stolen by Jackson. And there's a whistle. That goes on Cam Thomas. So that'll be a second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2.
A superstar level talent for sure. Anthony Edwards is awesome, but I like his competitive spirit as much as his skill.
Here's Wembanyama. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. Denver leading by 7. Pass to Jackson. He drains it. Made half his shots. He's 5 for 10 now.
Yeah, good touch from Jackson Jr. Ready to score inside when given these opportunities.
Don't do anything silly. Just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs.
46 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Miller. Henderson outside. Pass to Mobley. Back to Henderson. Just 3 to shoot. Takes a 13-footer. And that one comes up a bit short. And here are the Hawks now. It's Cunningham with a drive. Money. "16 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. And so they foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6.
Anthony Edwards taking 2 shots.
And so both free throws good, and it's a 7-point game. Now a timeout called by Atlanta. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. All right, guys, what do you think?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
"15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's tipped. They get it back. And Siakam gets it to go.
The assist, Jeremy Grant.
Here's Coulibaly. Wide open look. And they'll get another chance. And now we've got an intentional foul.
That's his second personal foul.
First free throw is good, and that increases the lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. And so it's Denver with the W. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. They really kept this team's energy high.
And that about...